What's going on, guys? Crypto Renegade here for you. In today's video, I'm going to do a comparison side by side between the Keystone tablet on my left and the Keystone tablet Plus on my right. We'll go over the differences. We're going to touch on some of the fundamental price differences, the design differences, and which one of these ultimately you should choose if you can only choose one as your preferred metal recovery seed backup. Stay tuned. You're not going to want to miss this one. All right, guys, welcome back. So before I jump into the content, just want to again reiterate, I have a free ebook on the 7 best ways to secure your crypto updated for 2021. It relates to what we're going to talk about here, except obviously more in depth, far more researched and so on. So check it out in the description, pinned in the comments. It's 100% free. What we're looking at here is 2 different variations of a metal recovery seed backup. Now, before I actually pick up and compare the 2 devices, just want to briefly explain what the purpose of this metal device is. When you generate a Bitcoin or crypto wallet, whether it be a software wallet on your phone, a desktop wallet on your computer, or even a hardware wallet, it typically uses the BIP39 protocol, which generates 12 to 24 words at random in order for you to restore your crypto wallet funds in the event that your wallet is hacked, if it's ever broken, in the case of a hardware wallet, if it's demolished, things of that nature. This is the backup to your backup, which ultimately allows you to restore your crypto to a new wallet. Since those recovery seed backup phrases typically come on a sheet of physical paper, this device, or these devices rather, allow you to put your words directly on metal, which is obviously far more durable than a piece of paper that can be ripped, torn, soaked, burned, etc., and so on. So that's why these devices exist, is if you have a lot of crypto, or really any crypto that you can't afford to lose for that matter, these metal devices are meant to withstand fire. They're meant to withstand flooding, water, submersion, and rust. It's also meant to withstand corrosion, acid, different chemicals, and things of that nature. And then also it says it's shockproof. I'm not sure how this would be susceptible to electricity or anything like that, but that's what it says. We're gonna start here on my left. Before I actually go into the details of each one, as you can see, these devices are relatively close to the same size, and there's a little bit different placement on some of the key components here. So first off, this is the Keystone tablet. They're both made out of 304 grade stainless steel, which ultimately means it's meant to withstand up to 1200 plus degrees Fahrenheit worth of fire, and also again, rust, water, and so on, as I talked about. But they're made out of the same material is my main point here. So they're different in terms of their orientation. So this is what's known as a cassette, meaning the orientation is in landscape mode. Now they both have up to either 12 or on the backside up to 24 words that can be put in here. And when you're dealing with a recovery seed backup or your words, you only need the first 4 letters of any given word that's generated in order to restore. It will sort of autofill or autocomplete for you based on the first 4 letters, and that is by design. This slot right here, for instance, number 1, is designed to hold 4 of those tiles to generate the word for you. Now, the other thing here on this particular device is it has sort of a hole right here. Now, this is designed for, say, for example, a mini padlock, so that if you store this in a safe or a desk drawer, that no one can open it without the key to the padlock. Just an extra step of security or preventative measures, because in the event that someone knows what to do with your recovery seed, they can essentially restore and or steal all of your funds without your authorization. So that just gives you an extra layer of security. This is about, I would say, 5/8 inch thick of steel when it's totally sandwiched together, and then obviously it splits out into this landscape mode. On my right here, we have the Keystone Tablet Plus. Again, generally the same thing here, except this is more in a portrait mode, just a different orientation. It also has 1 through 12 here, and then on the back, 13 to 24. In terms of the physical design, this obviously has a larger cutout here, so if you have a larger, more thick padlock, it allows you to put that in as well. So you may be asking, other than the size, whereas this is slightly larger and the orientation is vertical as opposed to landscape, what is the really primary difference? And the truth of the matter is These devices are virtually the same, but visually, as you can see, there's one key difference. And that is there's only 5 total screws on the cheaper version, which again, that's still very secure. It has 5 individual screws to hold the letters and tiles into place. 5 on this side, and then an additional 5 on this side as well. On the Keystone Tablet Plus here, you have several more screws. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 on each side. So why does this matter? Obviously, the more screws, the more tight, the more secure it's going to be in the event that it's gonna potentially endure more rigorous elements, more fire, more dropping, you know, as far as if it's dropped from a high distance, you know, it rattling, shaking, shocking, things of that nature. Having more screws, just a little bit more peace of mind. Now, they're both very secure and they're both very tight as is, but obviously with more screws, the less of a chance that even if one of them or even 2 of them comes loose, that any of the tiles that are put perfectly in place will not slide out. Just wanted to point out that that really is, at the end of the day, the bottom line key difference here. They both support 24 words. They both use the same level of security in terms of the integrity of the metal and the stainless steel, but this one has more screws. So let's kind of wrap this up in terms of what the difference is on the actual price. The entry-level Keystone tablet on my left here is starting at $39, which in my opinion is very cheap and a great value. This is one of the cheaper in terms of entry price for a metal recovery seed backup that is on the market. So in my opinion, this is a very good and a very fair price. The Keystone Tablet Plus here on my right, which again is a little bit bigger, has a larger hole, and has more than double the amount of screws, is coming in at $49 US. So only a $10 difference between the two. Ultimately, if I had to choose, obviously I would personally spring the extra $10 to get a little more security, a little more wider of a berth for a padlock if that's something that I wanted to use, because when it comes to your crypto security, spending an extra $10 isn't that big of a deal. If the cost was 30% more, 50% more, or even double, I really couldn't validate choosing this one, but because it's so close in price, only $10 more, it's worth it to give you an extra peace of mind in getting the Keystone Tablet Plus. Now, these are the full or normal retail prices, $39 and $49. Check my links down below in the description. If at any point in time you're watching this video, if there are any discounts, bundles, sales, promos, anything like that going on, make sure to check my links because they will give you the most up-to-date and accurate best pricing possible, period. Just wanted to leave that out there, that ultimately this one is going to be better for obvious reasons, but they're both very high quality, both very good devices. And if you don't have a metal recovery seed backup for your main crypto wallet now, I highly, highly, highly recommend you choose one. Whether it's this brand or any other brand, you really do need a metal recovery seed backup so that your crypto is safe in any event that it gets lost or your hardware wallet breaks or is stolen or so on and so forth. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up here. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them down below in the comments and I will do my best to answer it for you. And then go ahead and click here in the top right corner where I will be showing you a dedicated unboxing review for the brand new Keystone air-gapped hardware wallet. See you guys in that video. Crypto Renegade out.